Good morning, students. Today I am sending you some of the beautiful images from the chapter Journey to the End of the Earth and important concept or difficult words of this chapter to make you understand the chapter well. So let's start the journey. As you can see here, the title of the chapter is Journey to the End of the Earth, written by Tishani Doshi. This is the peak of Antarctica, totally white surface. We have read in the chapter that the writer began the journey from 30.0 degree north of equator. So you can see here in the globe the peak of India from where the writer started her journey. The writer undertook the journey in a Russian ship named Academic Shokalsky. So here is the picture, a beautiful picture of the ship. We have read in the chapter also that it took 100 hours for the writer to reach Antarctica with a combination of a car, aeroplane and a ship. It means she traveled on a car, aeroplane and in the ship to reach Antarctica. See the wide landscape of Antarctica, the wide landscape and uninterrupted blue horizon. This is some of the images from India and from Antarctica when the writer undertook the journey with some of the crew members. We have read in the chapter that Gondwana, the supercontinent earlier, hosts a huge variety of flora and fauna. So what do you mean by fauna? Fauna means animals. So see here the images of some of the animals of Antarctica. The penguins, the blue whale. Flora of Antarctica. Simple plants like algae, mosses, leopards, lichens and microscopic fungi can survive and grow in Antarctica. So flora means the plants, the vegetation. Phytoplankton. Phytoplankton, a small size plant that nourish the marine animals. So here given the definition, a varied group of the tiny free floating plants. In spring and early summer, their numbers increase rapidly, producing blooms like a thin pea soup which can cover thousands of square kilometers of the ocean. Phytoplankton in Antarctica food web. Larger phytoplankton like diatoms. Diatoms are the preferred food of krill, which are in turn eaten by many animals in this food web. See the picture of Gondwana, the supercontinent that exists 650 million years ago, a giant multi-part southern supercontinent, Gondwana. It is an amalgamated of many continents together. See here, separation of Gondwana, as we have read in the chapter that Gondwana flourished for 500 million years, and then after that it got separated when the dinosaurs were wiped out and the mammals got underway. So all the continents got separated. The extinction of dinosaurs. The dinosaurs were wiped out and the mammals got underway. Separation into countries. The collected or the amalgamated continents that form supercontinent Gondwana got separated. Landmass were forced to separate into countries, shaping the globe as we know it today. So you can see here in the globe, the Australia, Asia, Africa, North, South America have got separated. We have read in the chapter Cordilleran folds. What are they? Cordilleran folds are formed by system or group of parallel mountain ranges together with the intervening plateaus and other features. Precambrian granite shields. What are they? These are the granite sheets which are formed approximately 4.5 billion years ago until the start of the Cambrian approximately 540 million years ago. Formation of Himalayas. We have learned in the chapter that India got pushed northward and formed the Himalayas. So you can see the images here. India pushing northwards, jamming against Asia. Jamming means collapsing against Asia to form Himalayas. Drifting of South America. South America drifting off to join North America, opening up the Drake Passage to create Cucumpolar Current. Now what is Drake Passage and Cucumpolar Current? See here. Drake Passage is the body of water between the southern tip of South America at Cape Horn, Chile, and the South Shetland Islands of Antarctica. Köppen-Polar current. The Antarctic Köppen-Polar current is an ocean current that goes clockwise from west to east around Antarctica. Ping pong ball. The writer had compared the Antarctica with a ping pong ball. Why she did so? Because there is no trace of any human markers there in Antarctica, just like the image you can see here. It's like walking into a giant ping pong ball devoid of any human markers, no trees, billboards, or advertisement boards, buildings. Midget. There is no earthly senses there, only the small creatures and the big animals. The small creatures, the midget. Midget is a tiny two-winged fly that resembles a mosquito. Mites. Mite is insect-like organism which bite or cause irritation to humans. Blue whales. The blue whale is a marine mammal belonging to the suborder of baleen whales. Avalanche. An avalanche is a sudden drastic flow of snow down a slope occurring when either natural triggers such as loading from new snow or rain or artificial triggers such as snowmobilers, explosive or backcountry skiers overload the snowbank. You can see the image of avalanche. Calving. Calving is the sudden release and breaking away of a mass of ice from a glacier's iceberg, ice from ice shelf or crevasse. So students, this is the end of the beautiful images and the difficult concept. Hope you have understood it very well. Students, I am sending you the slideshow of this chapter. Enjoy that slideshow. And along with it, I am sending you the video of Geoff Green, where he talk about the motive of taking the students to Antarctica under the program Students on Ice. So enjoy the journey to the end of the earth. Thank you.
My first trip down here to the Antarctic was just over 20 years ago. I had accidentally gone to the Arctic, you could say, and then they figured I must know something about the Antarctic if I'd been to the Arctic. And it was a case of right place, right time, bit of good luck and good karma and opportunity. And then along came later on this chance to merge my two passions, which were education and expeditions and adventuring, and Students on Ice was effectively born thanks to so many partners and people that helped to get it off the ground and keep it going for so long. When we first started Students on Ice 15 years ago, we're mostly focused on environmental issues, I would say, the adventure, of course, of coming here, the animals, but over time the program has really evolved to encompass so much more than that, including social sciences and even mental health and well-being and careers and arts and music. So I think we've matured as an organization over this time. One of the reasons why this place is such an incredible classroom is because there's so much represented here. There's history, there's geography, there's flora and fauna, all these penguins and whales and seals we're seeing around us today. And as such, as a platform for education, it's really unparalleled. Like all the sciences, even international politics and issues like climate change, of course, and overfishing and creating marine protected areas, and on the list goes. One thing for sure that we as a society seem to be suffering from, you could say, is this disconnect from the natural world. And I think that's dangerous. It's dangerous for a sustainable future. It's dangerous for our own health because we are nature. We're part of nature. We're connected to it. We need it. A place like this and coming on these expeditions is one proven way of really connecting people to nature in a way that I think stays with them for their lifetime. People often ask, have you seen changes? There's certainly scientific evidence to show that this part of the Antarctic is warming. There's no doubt about that. And as a result, the glaciers around here are diminishing. But to the naked eye, it's really hard to point to changes, as opposed to the Arctic. On our Arctic expeditions, there's no question that we're seeing pretty dramatic changes in sea ice and glacier ice and permafrost. And we're hearing that from the Inuit, the people that live in the Arctic. So the changes are real, but they're not as visible here in the Antarctic. The place is as pristine as it was when I first came here, and I'm really happy that that's the case.